Okay, so in today's video, we'll be talking about Kyle Lowry and his impact on the Raptors and if he can come back, alright? So Kyle Lowry, I know for a fact in the past, nobody knew about him. He basically was like, a role player for a team. And, he was all over the place. He was in Memphis, he was in, Houston, and he was basically shipped all over the place, and he had a bad reputation for being a player because he wouldn't get along with coaches. And he would have a questionable attitude. Like, when he gets in games, sometimes he always argues with the ref. He's always trying to fight for his team. But, I think that this attitude made him get traded to Toronto because, the Raptors had an Asian point guard in Jose Calderon, and he needed someone else to fill that void. And Kyle Lowry came in, and the Raptors this time they were building, and I think it was like 2013, 2012 at the time when I started getting into basketball, and Kyle Lowry just started going as a player, He wasn't really a player. He wasn't really knowing the Raptors bigger yet. But I think at the time when he started playing for the Raptors, he was playing alongside Jose Calderon. And it would be a good backcourt pairing. You have two guards that can shoot threes and guards that can just play make for others. The Raptors had that two guard lineup for a while of Jose and Lowry basically playing the backcourt for both sides. And did it work out? It wasn't really long. I don't think it worked out because, the Raptors weren't making the playoffs for a bit and they're rebuilding. And they had a long, questionable drought, right? And they had to make moves to get better. Like, for example, when they got Rudy Gay, did it help for a bit? Maybe it did for a little bit when he came to Toronto and then just got injured. And, they had to make moves, right? And, like I said, they brought in core pieces. Like, for example, Greatest Basket is a good guard. I actually like him as a backup guard. As you want me to do a video on Greatest Basket, he's a very great bench player for the Raptors. And, they're very great. I like the way he played off the bench. And Kyle Lowry, that lead guard you needed with that hustle and bulldog energy. And I think there's a very great pairing. And you got it in return to Rudy Gay. And you got other players in the hall as well with John Salmons and Patrick Patterson, who was very great as well. And it just helped the Raptors reset themselves, right? And for Jose Calderon, I'm pretty sure you got some picks out of it because you had to trade him to Detroit at a time. So I'm not complaining. And Jose Calderon time to the Asian point guard, very great legend in the Raptors history, right? And Kyle Lowry, once he started growing as a man, as a leader, and he played alongside DeMar DeRozan, that's when things started to get better. He started to make all-star teams, he started to get better as a point guard, and he started contributing to the team's success. And many people don't really realize that, right? And I remember from 2013 when he just started playing to now, when in COVID, that was last year the Raptor, I think his peak was probably about maybe 2016 into the championship year, and he made a backcourt duo and pairing in friendship with DeMar DeRozan. He showed love back to fans in the city and with Masai Ujiri. He's a very humble player, and he grew from a man to a person you never seen to even being an icon of the franchise, right? And spending 6 or 7 years here after DeMar left and saying, you know what, your friend has gone DeMar, and then adding Kawhi to win a championship and seeing him win a ring for the first time. It was very inspiring, bro. And for a point guard that came from leap and bounds, nobody really notices that, right? Yeah, for Kyle Lowry, he would have his injuries. I know for the Raptors, when he was out a bit, the Raptors wouldn't really do great. And people are questioning if he would stay a Raptor. And when healthy and when it comes to playoff time, he always turns it up and gives the best energy. Though he started struggling in the playoffs before, but I'm not mad at that. If you want to get somewhere, you gotta struggle before you can get somewhere, right? And for Kyle Lowry, he showed that mentality and just embraciveness, just be great. And Kyle Lowry, the NBA never really realizes how much he gave to a franchise and to a team. And Canada is a big country, and they always show love to their players that give back to them. And Kyle Lowry was an aspect that everyone could look up to from a Canadian perspective. So, yeah, bro, Kyle Lowry set the standard straight for Toronto, and without Kyle Lowry, it wouldn't be Toronto, right? So, DeMar wouldn't get to where he needed to get to. The team wouldn't get where he would really want to get to, and it wouldn't set the team having a leader in Kyle Lowry. So if you like this video, I want to chill out and just give my own thoughts. If you like this video, leave a like on this video. It means a lot, and all your support is appreciated. And I'm just grinding out these videos each and every day. And I'm gone, brother. Peace out.